Getting situated?
Nice place. I kind of hope this operation lasts a while. I could get used to this. Alright, what do we got?
From the information Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between Halbech and Al-Samad in Rome. But it does list the local Al-Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But...
You know, you have this really cute way of broadcasting trouble with your tone.
it's part of my charm.
What's the problem?
There's a CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you. Huh. And Al-Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar, but that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
Any chance of keeping an eye on them, or bugging the system, tapping into their network?
It's possible, but you'd need to slip in there without being detected.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op, which will make finding the Al-Samad cell even harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al-Samad and Halbech. It looks like there's an NSA Echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Al-Bara? What about Halbech? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbech employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
Someone has to. Where can I find him?
That's just it. I don't have much on him, other than he took a commercial flight into Rome. That's why he popped up on the search.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbech?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
That's the same organization that Z works for.
Oh, joy.
She may know something that could help us.
Unless you need advice on implants, I wouldn't bother.
Alright. You got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have much on him, and some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al-Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbech.
Do you think Shahid will help?
I'm certain, especially if Halbech's involved. I'll contact him, see what I can find out about Al-Bara.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Al-Bara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Oh, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Al-Bara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are. Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target. A nobody. Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
Looks like the yards are clear. Moving up to the next position. In position.
All right, let's begin. Security guard. He's clean. Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike. Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling. We have a TV back at the safe house. Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade, but that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating. Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man, but definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for you?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Might be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean. He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys. An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him. Immigrated to France from the West Bank about 10 years ago and serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation. He's practically a saint. Keep looking. That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
I mean, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al-Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
What's that beeping noise? I'm in. Seems pretty quiet.
It is a listening post. The CIA's upstairs, and they probably have a guard in the lobby, so keep an eye out.
Will do. Going to take a quick look around. Cable's cut.
Huh? What do you mean static? Alright, check downstairs. Probably blew another fuse. What am I, the fucking electrician? Need a flashlight.
Mike, it looks like the third floor camera is being run by a dummy console on the second floor. If you can find it, you can loop the feed and sneak past.
Accessing the database. And downloading the software.
All right. Receiving. We're good.
Listening in on the listening post. Gotta love this job.
That's interesting.
Control room's locked from the inside.
No other entrances I can see. Looks like the only way to get it to open is to get them to open it.
I'll think of something. Looks like an air conditioning duct. Too small. This ought to do the trick.
What are you doing? Mike, don't kill them. There's got to be another way.
Just giving me a scare. A little something I learned in third period
What the
science.
hell? Fuck this shit!
just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile. Although they've got the height wrong.
I'm taller in person. Sounds like Marburg needs to hire a brighter bunch.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
What's her role at the company?
A full background check may take some time, but from skimming her dossier, she looks like a new employee.
Got a picture?
Calling it up now.
Hmm.
She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all. I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
So why even put this place in the back of a gelato shop? Is this an excuse to justify a $5 billion a year ice cream budget?
Actually, the refrigeration equipment a shop like this uses is perfect for keeping a server bank cool.
And no one bats an eye when a gelato shop buys a big walk-in cooler.
Okay, you'll need to come up with a good reason to be here. Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
We're all professional agents. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
I hope so. Remember, if the post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them that the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
Can I help you?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers?
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
That's not the response phrase. Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level.
So, my friend, what do you need?
Nothing serious. Just here to upgrade your security systems.
Oh, okay, you got it. So, no more computer troubles, eh?
You should be all set. Fort Meade can rest easy now.
Hey, my friend. Gone to go?
No sign of Albara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I don't know. Something feels wrong.
Well, stay alert. I'm starting to trust your instincts.
Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
So let me guess. This was your tip.
Don't make me repeat myself. Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
Guess I'll have to work on my timing. I can be more subtle if need be.
That's no longer necessary.
You're right. It got you here, didn't it? And now we're having this conversation. I must be doing something right to have you come visit me in person.
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton, a veteran with an impressive record of solving seemingly impossible problems.
I'm a spy, actually, but you can't expect me to put that in my file. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. But not to me. And you were the one who crossed paths with a German mercenary in Moscow. Z.
I get around, and she was a little insistent we get together.
I am not surprised. She is a mercenary, but hardly professional, or discreet, it seems.
Oh, do I sense a lover's quarrel?
No, merely contract dispute.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Albara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
Looking to kill every Halbeck stooge I can find and crush this get-rich-quick scheme you corporate drones have planned. You're a smart guy. How do you think this is going to turn out for you? Me, I already have a pretty good idea. What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all, unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
Well, we're done talking, so you can go fuck off now.
I expected that reaction. I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
I'm alone. I'm not in contact with anyone. Certainly not the agency that cast me out.
Your denial just adds to the evidence.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
Why should I negotiate with you? How long will it be before they have a new chief of security, new secrets? You're just getting set up like I was.
You are ignorant. Halbeck is not the same hierarchy as your organization, and the term loyalty is not used there lightly. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
I confess, you slipped into Rome almost without us noticing.
You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise, meeting up for lunch like that.
There wasn't much time to eat, actually. He was too busy talking, and I was too busy keeping my hands where he could see them.
Huh. So a normal business lunch, then. I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
Oh, we laughed, we cried, we had a grand old time. That Marburg, he can do a killer impression of you.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe, also came into the conversation. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She's a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Thank you for meeting me, Mr. Thornton.
Let's discuss what you told me over the phone.
I know it sounds crazy. Where to begin?
Just start at the beginning. And don't edit yourself, just tell it.
I work for the Veteran Combat Initiative, VCI. They're a global military contractor. My boss, Mr. Marburg, I think he's involved in something illegal. So I checked it out, and your name came up several times in our database.
Well, I'm a popular guy. Maybe Marburg wanted to meet me.
It was cross-linked to several contracts within the VCI. Termination contracts.
Marburg must be jealous of my good looks. Do you have the contracts? That'd be valuable evidence.
Not on me, no.
That would have been too much to hope for, I suppose. No worries, we'll figure this out.
Mr. Thornton, I'm not sure what to do next. Go to the authorities? Is there someone I should notify, or...?
Madison, you did the right thing warning me, and I appreciate it. I probably shouldn't have accepted your call. I think that may make things worse for you.
For me? I think I was a little more worried about you.
And I appreciate it. I'll do whatever I can to protect you.
You need to look out for yourself first. Mike, Marburg is going to try and kill you. What are you going to do?
Miss St. James, you've only been employed by the VCI for a short time, and as Marburg's assistant, that's an important position, especially for a man of his influence.
Yes. I was abroad studying art history, but when it comes to paying the bills, I thought I would apply for an administrative assistant position. The language skills helped. VCI does a lot of work with foreign governments.
My point is, what you discovered is sensitive information. This could prove dangerous for you.
I know.
I need those files. Are they in the VCI branch office?
I don't know what you're looking for, but the VCI office in Rome isn't Marburg's personal office. He does most of his work off-site, or when he travels.
But he's here now, so where would he store the information while in Rome?
He has a villa. I've been there several times. If the files exist, I'm guessing they'd be there.
Along with Marburg.
Yes.
Give me the address. Can you get me in?
What?
Passcodes, details on the security system, anything would be helpful.
I can give you the address, but that other information...
Trust me, if you can get me into the mansion, I'll get the information, and then your boss goes away for good.
Mr. Thornton, Marburg is... I've never seen him angry, but everything about him... He's a dangerous man to cross.
I'll protect you. If he gets by me, then no one can protect you.
All right. Mr. Thornton, I trust you. If I can help you, I will. I can get you the address to the villa, and the names of the files you need to search for.
Then that's all I need. Come with me.
Anything on the news?
More mob violence in Moscow earlier this week, as the home of Konstantin Brayko, reported to be the head of one of the most powerful organized crime families in Moscow, was attacked by rival gang members.
Brayko himself was badly injured in the attack and was taken to St. Aleski Hospital for treatment. Police spokesmen say he will be charged as soon as he is well enough to be discharged.
Mr. Brayko had no statement for the press, but as he was being loaded into the ambulance, he was heard to remark that the party responsible for the attack was an expletive American commando cowboy like the expletive offspring of Ronald Reagan and an expletive American ninja. Police spokesmen assure us that they are following all leads, but a source within the hospital stated on condition of anonymity that, quote, the man had enough cocaine in him to make a baleen whale see Jesus.
I guess he never heard of Just Say No.
A new museum exhibit has caused chaos in the streets of Rome. The Roman Museum of Natural History opened up its Crusades exhibit earlier last week, prompting claims of religious intolerance by protesters who have crowded the downtown area and even threatened visitors. Officials for the museum defended the exhibit, claiming it was a critical examination of the time period based on historical evidence. Roman police have kept the scene under control, but fear a full-scale riot could break out if the numbers gathered outside the museum continue to increase. Tragic news for dog lovers. The latest target of scammers are online puppy buyers, those seeking the comfort of canine companionship via the internet.
Many organizations have received complaints from buyers who have been taken in by multiple false claims, including the dreaded Nigerian pet scam, and lost hundreds of dollars.
Consumers have been asked not to trust any pictures of puppies they are sent. According to the Humane Society, just because you receive a picture from someone on the web does not necessarily mean that thing is real. Sobering news.
Breaking news from Moscow this morning. Last night, the United States Embassy was the victim of a terrorist attack. According to eyewitnesses speaking exclusively to INN, the attackers were well armed and struck with military precision. Thus far, no group has stepped forward to take credit for the attack.
Russian FSB spokesmen have not released many details of the incident, but have assured the press that they are cooperating closely with American agents on the scene. The death toll is believed to be somewhere near 50, although a final tally will not be possible until a full report is released later this month.
Reports that Sergei Surkov, a Muscovite entrepreneur and reputed former leader of the Russian mob, was the actual target of the assault remain unconfirmed at this time. However, sources have claimed Surkov was present at the embassy on the night of the attack. Mr. Surkov could not be reached for comment. In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did find it outrageous, some less so. Fans of the designer called it a, quote, new and breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely gross. And various animal rights groups picketed the show, claiming it was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of fellow creatures.
In response to these protests, Goulet labeled the protesters as stupid dumbfaces who needed to get the F over themselves, end quote. In Moscow today, authorities are baffled by the aftermath of a shootout at the Leningradsky train yard, which left several dead and an estimated $500,000 in property damage.
The identities of the victims have not yet been released, but according to an unnamed source within the investigation, several of the deceased were armed with military-grade weaponry and body armor. No word yet as to whether these men were associated with any foreign government or were acting independently.
In related news, Russia's Prime Minister has announced that new legislation will be enacted early next year to tighten security at Russia's borders.
Looks like the Iron Curtain may be coming down again, huh?
It certainly does.
We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists at the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies release vast quantities of the hormone adrenaline, which turns even the calmest child into an uncontrollable hellion. According to one researcher, we gave them a bag of candy bars, and then in like a half hour they were running around being crazy, end quote.
Researchers managing the study recommended parents attempt to reduce their child's sugar intake, or at least balance it with other snacks containing fat and carbohydrates, like chips and pretzels, right?
Yes, Melissa, that would probably work. But parents should remain aware of the dangers that sugar poses to their children and their families.
Well, that's certainly food for thought.
Pleasure cruisers on the Moscow River received a shock this morning when they discovered an empty yacht floating unattended on the river. Muscovite police were summoned to the scene after bloodstains and signs of a violent struggle were detected on the boat's deck.
Talk about your ghost ship.
Ghost ship indeed. Police are dragging the river where the yacht was found, but no bodies have been located yet.
Spooky. Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, "We will take all actions deemed necessary and appropriate to safeguard Chinese sovereignty."
More mob violence in Moscow earlier this week as the home of constant...
narcissist much?
Thornton, my apologies for relieving you of your weapons, but I'm sure you understand.
I wouldn't want anyone walking into my home with a gun either.
Of course. So, I have an aggressive schedule over the next few days. Let's get to the point. Tell me everything you've discovered about our Rome operation. Specifics, please.
I've discovered you ask a lot of questions. You're not getting any answers.
We'll see. I had hoped you would be willing to cooperate, but I haven't provided the right incentive. That was 10,000 volts. Beat Mr. Thornton until he can no longer stand, but leave him able to speak.
Oh, I guess that's that. Now I just need my gear. Mina, do you read me?
I'm here, Mike. Are you inside?
Yeah, but they've got me locked in. Can you override the security systems?
No, I can't patch through to security. I'm sorry, Mike.
Would Madison or Z know the layout?
It depends who you want to help you out, Mike. I can patch Madison through, or I can stay on the line. Just say the word.
Madison's been here before, Mina. She has first-hand knowledge of the villa.
All right, Mike. It's your call. I'll transmit the frequency for her to use. How does this thing work? Okay, I think I've got it.
Madison, can you hear me?
Yes? Mike, I'm not really sure how much I can help.
You know this villa better than me. Just call out if there's something I should know, like cameras or explosives or armed guards.
Okay.
All right then, let's go.
Marburg's gallery is ahead.
What's through the side door?
His office.
That sounds interesting. The phone on the desk is flashing.
Marburg's private line. You should be able to listen in. Just be careful when you hit the speaker button.
Do I proceed? It depends. Is everything in place? Almost. There's a few last things that need to be taken care of, but I don't anticipate any problems. I hope not. Call me when you have something more. have we here?
Game room's coming up. There's usually a few guards lounging in there.
I hope it's nothing like Braco's game room.
What?
Never mind. So should I take it slow?
If they haven't heard the bullets already, I don't know. It's a 2-story gallery, so...
I'll watch for snipers. Looks like I'm entering a cafe.
It's a bar area. Should be pool tables around.
Good. Might have time for a quick game. Open sesame.
I heard the guards mention that Marburg had a secret tunnel. This must be it.
Got a present for you. Uploading the information now.
Receiving. Sure is a lot of security.
And that's that.
everything. Everything? No. I think we will need more than that.
But I don't know what happened in Moscow. There was someone there, a man. Thornton,
Enough about this Thornton already. He's dead. Dead in Saudi Arabia. What about the shipments? I thought you made sure we weren't being followed.
Oh man, Marbury was pissed.
Better clean up this mess.
Russians. What the hell are they doing here? A lot of art pieces here. Looks like they're being shipped somewhere.
Cossacks should have stayed in Mother Russia.
these channels?
Almost done, but I want to know who they were torturing. Let me ID them and then I'm out of here.
All right, but hurry. Mike, you've got less than a minute.
Got an ID and some papers he had on him.
Good. Now get out of there. Mike, get out of there.
Roman police raided a warehouse in the Upper
Mike?
District earlier
Huh?
today on
Oh.
reports that it was being used
Sorry, long day.
international arms smuggling.
I imagine.
No shots were
I saw what happened at the warehouse on the news. There wasn't any reports of you being taken into custody, though, so I wasn't sure what had happened.
They spotted me at the warehouse, so I had to think quickly. I got the intel I needed, but it made getting out a lot harder.
Are you hurt?
No, just need to get my second wind. I have to travel in the morning anyway if I want to find out what's going on in the ruins.
I noticed you had medical supplies in the cabinet. If you want, I could...
I'd appreciate that. I'm starting to forget what it's like not to be shot at. I've got more scars than skin now.
You look fine. They must all be under the shirt.
Guess I heal fast, along with the good skin. Thank my mother for that. You should get some sleep medicine. Alright, I'm at the ruins.
And the bike?
It's close by. It's a nice ride. Looks like Al-Samad was right. One of their cells is operating here.
Trying to take in all the sights I see.
Good to see how the renovations are going. Don't need these munitions finding their way. That's one. Those look like Marburg's men.
That can't be good. Any idea what they're up to?
No, but I'm gonna find out. That's another one. And one more to go. What is this place?
If it's beneath the bath, it's probably where they kept the fires, to heat up the bathwater.
So, you majored in architecture.
No. Ancient Roman plumbing, with a minor in architecture. Your signal's breaking up a little, Mike.
Must be the ghosts down here.
Are you in the catacombs?
Yeah, but not for much longer. Don't want to pick up any curses. Dun 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 dun. That's the last of the weapons. Hope the world doesn't end up like this if Halbeck fucks it up.
You and me both.
all the transmissions to this station, but I'll need some time to trace the signal's origin.
So, I just stand here and wait?
Now you know how I feel. Just make sure nothing interferes with the station until I finish the trace. Then?
Then? What then? We've got trouble, don't we?
Protect the trace, Mike. If we lose it now...
Don't worry, they're not getting anywhere near it.
Origin is in Rome.
Keep coming, assholes. I got plenty of bullets.
Looks like a dummy corporation. Cross-referencing the known contacts. Mike, you need to protect the trace.
The soldiers of the Alamo felt.
Got it. We're good, Mike. Transmitting the information to the safe house. Mike, what did you do?
Erasing my tracks. And the weapons. Madison? Madison, are you here?
Mike? Are you okay?
Just tired, but I found what I was looking for.
Was it enough? Can you take it to the authorities?
No. If I do that, they won't respond in time. I have to do it.
No, you don't. Let the police handle this now. You can let them capture Marburg, expose his involvement.
It's something I have to do. It's my job. Speaking of which, you'll need to find another job when this is over.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I didn't want to ruin your career, but the VCI, they've been hired by some bad people.
Mike, I made a choice as soon as I found out they intended to kill you. Of course, the fact you already knew would have influenced my decision.
No, I appreciate the warning.
Anytime. You do the same for me.
I didn't mean to wake you when I got in. We've had a rough couple days.
You didn't wake me. I was waiting for you to come back. I meant to stay awake longer, but you were gone for a long time. I was worried something had happened to you. I'm glad you're back.
Me too. I was worried when I came back something had happened to you.
Just dreaming.
Good ones, I hope.
Very. Anything on the news?
Nothing about Marburg. Madison, before, you mentioned something about your father.
Not the best bedroom conversation, but yes.
I couldn't find any mention of him, in Italy or in the States, in the records.
Checking up on me? But you were looking under St. James, right?
Yes.
It's my mother's maiden name. My father and I had parting of the ways some time ago. She's actually the reason I came to Italy. To get away. Taking her name was part of that.
I don't understand.
My mother was in Italy when she met my father. He was working for the CIA at the time as an analyst, although she didn't know his job then. When she moved with him back to the States a few months later, she found out.
He was an analyst. Who's your father?
Alan Parker, the man you said was working at VCI. I never saw him. I don't know if he knew I was there. Story of my life.
Your father is Alan Parker.
Yes. Mike, do you know him?
Apparently not well enough. You said he left the VCI office. What happened to him?
I don't know. Although one of the HR folks had heard through the grapevine that he'd gotten a better offer from Halbeck.
Holy shit.
Mike?
I think I know who Halbeck's insider is.
My father?
Nothing I can do about it now, but it's a hell of a coincidence. If Sylvan Westridge may not be involved in this at all, it's Parker. But that makes no sense.
Mike, what are you talking about?
Not now, I'll explain later. After we deal with Marburg. Marburg was able to get the munitions into the country through Al-Samad, but the warehouse was the destination of the bombs.
He wasn't planning to destroy the warehouse though, right? Was he planning to store the bombs there, use them later in Rome?
That doesn't make much sense. The warehouse was on the outskirts of Rome. There's plenty of other storage areas he could have used.
So there was something special about that warehouse. Its inventory. It's mostly art and museum pieces, right?
I could call up the inventory and see if there's any possible name or location connection.
Were any of the warehouse pieces outbound through customs? Maybe he was smuggling weapons and art pieces.
I doubt it. It looks like the pieces were intended for a museum in the city. Although... Wait, no. Some of the pieces had already been shipped out.
To where? I used to work part-time in restoration in one of the museums. I may be able to help. It's actually part of the reason Marburg hired me, I think.
Marburg hired you because you used to work at a museum?
Yeah, the Museum of Art in Rome. I think they have an exhibit on the Crusades showcased there now. What's wrong?
Some of the pieces in that warehouse. I'm certain they were from that museum.
He's going to bomb the museum. But why?
I have no idea, but that's his target. I need to get there before he does. museum.
Mike, I just picked something up on the cameras. It's Marburg's men. They have Madison.
Damn it. Guess the bathroom's still under construction.
I thought you went before you left.
You see that? Who's out there? Saw something. What the hell was that? Did you see that?
there anyone in the museum?
It's normal hours. A few tour groups, security guards. It's a light day for tourists. But that's still a lot of people if the bomb goes off.
I won't let it happen.
Mike, you need to hurry.
Why? What's going on?
It sounds like Marburg's men are attacking the security guards. Security's outnumbered. They'll be slaughtered.
Agent Thornton, you made it. Good. That makes things interesting. We have Madison. She's being held in the west wing of the museum. My men have orders to execute her.
That where your bombs are too?
No, the bombs are with me at the Crusades exhibit. You won't have time to reach both. Either way, someone dies.
You're right about that, Marburg. Why don't you stay put? I'll be right there.
Left or right, Thornton? Your choice. Madison, or coming after me and the bombs. There's not time for both.
Mike, Madison. She's in the wing to your left, but the bombs are in the wing to the right.
Which way should I go?
I don't know. They've sealed off the entrance to the other wing.
Guess there's a...
Mike, I'm picking up some interference on the channel. And judging from the frequencies, there's some proximity mines near your location.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's over. Let her go.
Do as he says. Deus Vult. You brought it on her.
You pulled the trigger.
Don't blame me. You made your choice.
Don't give me that third-party bullshit, Marburg. I'm gonna kill you. Quickly, which is more than a coward who shoots women in the back deserves.
I may give you that chance, Thornton, if only to further your education. I'm impressed. You stayed focused, carried out your mission, disarmed the bombs, and left her for last. I didn't think you had it in you.
Is that a compliment? Spare me, considering your acts of bravery. Praise is an insult.
Very well. Your choice, the hostage or the bomb, was a spur-of-the-moment decision? Something left to chance, then?
No, I figured you were incompetent enough I could do both. The bombs were easy. Killing you? Now that'll be a cakewalk.
I've had just about enough of your arrogance.
No, arrogance is when you shoot a defenseless woman in the back and think it means you can take me out, too.
Did you really think this exhibit was worth protecting? I'm curious. Why did you choose the bomb?
Because you and your company are douchebags? Oh, and the fact you guys like to kill people to keep the profit margin up, well, who wouldn't want to mess with you guys?
I see.
No, guys like you never see until it's too late. I'm gonna make sure you answer for killing her, Marburg. Count on it.
Oh, the choices an agent in your line of work has to make every day. The choice of saving the innocent you know against the dozens, hundreds, even thousands of possible innocents. I wonder what Miss St. James would say about that. Are you ready to die?
Why do you steal all my lines?
There you are. Stay focused. Watch yourselves. Discretion is the better part of valor. Thought you could hide. Nowhere to run, Thornton. Well, most men would have passed out from that. Wise guy. My man, you'll pay for that! Help! Reinforcements! There you don't give up, do you? Kill that bastard! I've killed far better agents than you. Kill someone as inexperienced as you. My men! You pay for that! We're going to need help. Reinforcements. You don't give up, do you? There you are. Where did you get your training for? Post office? DMV? YMCA? What took you so long? Oh, kill that bastard! My man, you'll pay for that! Keep on struggling. You don't give up. I expected more from a self-appointed hero. You are disposable and obsolete.
It beats being dead, but you'll know all about that in a minute.
I think you'll see Miss St. James before I do, Thornton.
Keep talking. It lets me know where to shoot.
Enough of this.
Damn it, he's getting away.
There's nothing you can do now, Mike. Get out of there. There'll be another time.
So you chose Rome. I underestimated you. And so did Mr. Marburg, apparently. He said you had feelings for this woman.
I couldn't let the bombing happen.
I hope you don't blame me for her death. Marburg wanted you to save her. Not out of any emotional tie, mind you. For him, it was business.
Tragedy in the wake of the thwarted terror attack on the ruins of Karsule.
A shame.
A second attack.
But you can't save everyone, Michael.
Claimed the
Can
life of an American employee of the
you?
veteran
If I had been in your
combat
shoes,
Madison St. James was
well, I
killed
don't know what I
in
would have
a
done.
terrorist escape attempt. Italian authorities have announced that
If
a
you'd been in my shoes, you would have been running for the
St.
hills.
James' death is forthcoming.
So you tried to blow up a museum,
Incident
murder
has
innocent
been
people.
strong.
I still don't see how that little stunt was supposed to help you unless you plan to corner the market on terrorism.
Really? That's because you have a very narrow view of events.
As someone obsessed with corporate profits over world stability, I'd say your narrow view trumps mine.
I can't expect you to keep up with every news report. I have an entire division devoted to it, plus my ace in the hole. The bombing was intended to reorganize terrorist legislation in the European Union.
So what? How does that benefit you?
The reorganization was to benefit Helbeck. Surveillance, airport screening tech, weapons. Mr. Marburg's little crusade in Rome was to remind Europe what fear is.
So you killed Madison for profit?
No, Mike, you did. You brought her into this mess. You had her take you to Marburg despite the risks, and then you failed to protect her. Blame me all you want, but step back and think about it. You must have thought about it. When it was all over, you were the big hero, saved all of Rome. When things were quiet, no one shooting at you, no bombs. What did you think about then?
Operator? Hello?
Or else what? Or people you care about will start to die.